Lately, there's been a lot of varying opinions on the need for a protest or not. It has even progressed, just as expected, into ethnic profiling and attempts to paint the calls for a protest as something engineered by the IPOB or by Labour Party's candidate Peter Obi, who, of course, if you've paid close attention, has not once said anything pro-protesting. And you can, of course, see from his Twitter account every single thing he said concerning protesting. None of them has been in support of a protest, either in the past or currently. But, as usual, the presidential spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, still found it within himself. He dug deep within himself, and after searching and searching and searching for days, he was able to still manufacture a narrative blaming either Peter Obi or the IPOB for increasing calls for a nationwide protest. This is where we are. Now, we can address how that, of course, how things have turned out and how all the evidence seems to be completely false, blaming the IPOB or Peter Obi for the cause for a protest. But let's really just ask the question this morning. Is there anyone across Nigeria today who's actually happy? Right from northern Nigeria, the Middle Belt, the South-South, the Southeast, and even here in the Southwest where the president is from. Is there anyone who is truly trusting the process? Aside politicians and those, of course, who are fully invested for their personal interest, is there anyone who says to themselves, yes, things may be really tough right now, but I really trust this government and I'm okay with suffering till things start to get better? Is there anyone who truly is excited about Nigeria's current situation? If there is, why are they hiding? Why don't we see them on the streets celebrating and cheering on the current government? Why instead are we seeing people climbing broadcasting masts or attempting suicide, even here in Lagos? It would be the highest level of self-deceit to tell yourself, or even to tell Mr. President, that the growing calls for a protest are engineered or driven by the opposition political party or movement. And even if that was the case, the fact that there is a growing number of people who are struggling to get even just one meal a day, as stated by Senator Ahmad Lawan, it makes it easier for whichever anti-government group to engineer a protest. Again, that doesn't seem to be the case. Just to reiterate, that it's not likely that any of the calls for protests are engineered by the IPOB or Peter Obi or anybody, just like Bayo Onanuga said. But I'll ask these people around Mr. President this morning to take a quick opinion poll across Nigeria. Ask around 1,000 or 10,000 people, are they truly happy with today's Nigeria? Are they impressed with the way the country is being run? Do they believe in the idea of persevering, as President Tinubu has asked? Just do a quick opinion poll across the country and see what it will show you. I'm certain those closest to Mr. President wouldn't like the results of those opinion polls. So again, this morning, as we take further steps in our journey as a nation, let those around Mr. President be reminded that Nigerians are very much aware that they don't have time to waste. I've spoken about this before. Millions of Nigerians have done a mental breakdown of how old they would be at the end of this administration, and how important it is that our nation starts to see some level of progress today. Not next week, not in a few years, not maybe in the next couple of months. Today. So it is important that this government does something to show the Nigerian people that as you ask them to be patient, that they are not going to be waiting in vain. Ethnic whistling or any other tactics to dismantle a possible protest is a clear sign that Mr. President's people do not have the necessary means to convince Nigerians that they are in safe hands. Good morning, Nigerians.